Hello everyone, Argsy here. Welcome back to Argsy Farms here on the Oaks Realistic Multiplayer server. It has been a couple of months since we last checked in. The farm hasn't gone away, it's still sitting here and ticking over, but we've just been so busy we haven't actually had a chance to get in and do anything. We have had some very useful people come in. Shout out to Tam for getting in here, getting some grass mown and baled up, keeping the animals fed. Mark Haythornthwaite's been keeping an eye on the animals as well. And Tate's been checking in and just making sure things are ticking over. So we're pretty much on top of things. We've got a little bit of spraying to go and do. There's a few bales that need loading and some lettuce to sell. I'm also at the point where one of our mobs of cattle, and some of the bulls are at their 2-year-old age, and that's about when I wanted to replace them. So I've got some of those to go and sell and replace as well. Haven't organised a truck or anything, so that is something else we need to do. We've also got the first of our fields ready to harvest. The oats here, this is the new field we bought. They are all good to go. Just go and have a look in here. You can see everything's pretty much perfect. pH value, nitrogen, all looking good, and our expected yield is pretty much bang on the money for the potential of this field. So yeah, we're going to have that to do. I'm not sure if we're going to get to that this month or not, but yeah, we'll see how we end up. First things first though, we've got some weeds to go and take care of over in the sorghum field that's planted in field 31, the one that we share with Dazed. So we'll go over and have a look at that, and on the way, well, when we get there, we'll just go and check out some of the other fields to see how things are going. So I'm not sure if we're going to have enough herbicide either. There's a bit in one of these tanks, 1500 litres in the front one, a little bit in the back, only 360 litres. So fingers crossed, 1800 so litres might get us through the fields, but we will go and find out and see how it goes. So let's jump up into the Massey, get on down and go and get started on some spraying. Alright, so here we are now. We'll just get pulled in here, and as you can see, we've got the grass border around the outside. We haven't mown this yet. This is still growing from when we seeded it. Not quite ready to mow. I mean, we could take a cut off, but it's not at full growth stage. Just go and poke our nose around the corner in here. I think these are actually probably in sync, these fields now, but as you can see, we've got a decent amount of bales in here which do need to be picked up and taken out of the field. 5,500 litres. Now, they are whole crop silage, just one of the vagaries with Maize Plus and things. If you condition the grass with the mower, it will turn into whole crop silage, which isn't an issue. We've got a feed mix option with our feed mixer that we can do that with. So I think next month, August, we'll be able to get in here and take another cut off that grass, and also the field next to us, and we'll probably be looking at getting some hay. But yeah, impressive number of bales. I think there was 280,000 litres of silage came off that. Heading over here and having a look at the crops, you can see the sorghum in here growing stage 3 or 4, so we're not too far away actually from this being harvested, probably another couple of months. But we do have a few weeds in here we do need to get in here and take care of. We can only harvest them with herbicide. Now the other thing is we did take the easy path with the field planting these ones. We didn't actually worry about putting any tram lines in it. We'll just make do with what we've got. So there you go, you can see the weeds we've got here in 33, just in the sorghum in the middle. The others have all been sprayed, they're all taken care of. Nothing in 29 because that one was ploughed, and nothing there in 28, which is good. We just jump back to the growing stage. See, all of these are all at the same growth stage, which is going to bode well for us timing wise. We do have, like I said, 28 there ready to harvest, and you can see Mark is down here harvesting his field, like he's heading off down to Silo's sell point. Not sure exactly where, but he's heading off to take some crops somewhere, and looks like we've got Hanson in here harvesting his field as well. So starting to get busy, starting to see more people on the survey at the moment, which is pretty cool. But anyhow, let's go and jump back in the tractor to get things set up, and we will start getting spraying. Cross our fingers, we've got enough herbicide to get this field done. So there we go, we're all set up and spraying. I think we've got everything under control using VCA for our guidance steering on this one. So I think we're just going to jump straight into a time lapse. Looking at the herbicide going down 1,700 litres, we've used about 100 litres up. There's only about 6 passes in this, so Even if we were using 200 litres a pass, we'd only need 1200 litres. So I'm optimistic that we're going to have enough. So fingers crossed. Might mean we don't come back and do little sections like this piece we're going to miss here on the edge of the field, but of course if we do have enough, we will make it back and make sure we get that all done. So jump into a very, very fast little time lapse here, get the spraying done, and then we'll see what else we can get done while we're on the server today. Well, there we go, job done, and even had enough left over to get this little section done down here. A few plants out there that we did miss. I don't know whether I had the width set slightly incorrectly or not, but we've got them pretty much all finished off and all gone, so that will certainly help boost our yields up. So get this folded up as we drive along here, and we will head on back to the yard, and we'll worry about sorting out something else. I think we might take a look actually very quickly about getting some lettuce sold, load them onto the trailer. I haven't actually figured out a better way to load them on the trailer yet. We've still only got the bale spike, we don't have our own forklift or anything, so maybe we'll just have to give that a little bit of consideration, whether we do need to do something with that as well. But for now, we're going to go and put this away. I also did remember just how bad the sprayer is. I really don't enjoy it. I know I tried to justify its existence at the start with the whole steering system and that on the back, but whether it's the multiplayer server, whether it's a little bit of lag or not, it's it really is not that that enjoyable to use. So let's see if it makes it through to next season or not. We might look to replace it. Anyhow, we're done with it for now. We don't have to worry about that. That can be a job in winter. Let's get on back down to the farm and move on to something else. Well, I know I said I wasn't sure whether we were going to do any harvesting today, but I got back here, looked at this beautiful weather and thought we've got to make the most of this. So we've gone and pulled out the combine. We've got the header, trailer, everything all hooked up there. The trailer, can't quite see, it's just over there, but I thought this is a good one to do actually on my own, because the silo's right there. It's not too far to run the trailer back and forth to empty out, and we can just get in there and get started. So we'll jump up on here. We'll do our best to get this header hooked up. Let's get in here nice and closely. One of the things that we can actually hook up, there we go, without manual attach, but we will have to get down and get the PTO and everything all connected, and we'll go and have a look about getting started in this. So let's just park that there for a second. We're going to have to open the combine up and everything like that too. Now I'll just get that lowered down. Now jump back out, let's jump in here, see if we can get into the right spot and we can get these connected. Well, there we are, we've got everything up and going. Turns out we don't actually have to connect anything on this combine. The header and everything didn't actually connect. So we'll get in here, make sure we're getting our swath dropping. No, we're not, so just change that chopper over. There we go, we should get some straw coming out of there now, just like that, perfect. And turn our cruise control on. We're going to get into harvesting some oats. Now we'll see how this goes. If you can recall from last season, this head is just a little bit wide for this combine and probably underpowers it a little bit. I haven't actually looked to see if we could tune the combine any further. I think we got the biggest engine we could on it, so we aren't kind of stuck with what we've got here, which is to run through the field at 4 miles an hour, depending on how heavy the yield is. At the moment, it's not doing too bad. So there we are, we're up and running and harvesting our first crops of the year, so very exciting. Nice to be in here and getting started. So we're just going to sit back, relax, and jump into it. Well, there we go. That is a full trailer, second full trailer, and a full combine. And I don't know, dare I say, I don't think we're quite halfway across the field. We had a good chunk of it though. Let's just, actually we'll take a look at the map and see if we can tell how far through we are. Probably, just looking at that, not too far from halfway across. By the time you take those little bits of the headland off, I mean another bit of pass, yeah, maybe a little bit less than halfway, but not too far off. Going pretty good actually. Going pretty good and managing to handle things on our own. But anyhow, we've got to go empty this trailer out and get back out into the field. We'll get things started up. I think we're going to run, we won't run right down that end like we did before. Go back and around and out this way, it'll be a little bit quicker. And being closer to the silo and all. And we're going to see about getting this emptied out. So we've got, what, 22,700 litres on board. We're up to, what's that, 45 or so thousand litres harvested, and yeah, about halfway through the field. I think the estimate was about 100 to 110, I think is what the field info was telling me we would get out of this field, so it sounds like we're going to be about right. Let's see if I can reverse this blind. I can't actually see out that way. See how we're going. Can we use the mirrors? Oh, maybe. Let's give this a try. No, we're already heading off in the right direction. Right, let's go into a first-person view, or third-person view, sorry. See if we can get this in the right spot. Alright, there we are. Still couldn't do that quite perfectly either. We did it really well the first time around. I love how quick this trailer empties. After it gets to the top of its tip, and it's all out. Right, there we go. Let's go and get this combine unloaded. Now, I am actually going to log off the server now for a wee while. We might be back, well, we won't be back today, but it's only the first day of the month, so we'll leave things where they are and hopefully be able to pick them up a little bit later in the month and get things finished off and maybe take care of some of those other tasks that we had to deal with there in July. But that turned off. Just get this combine fully emptied out around the back and get this set up just in case someone decides they want to log in and come and do some work as well. And there we go, that's the combine out. So all green. Put ourselves around over here, go back and set up where we were, and we'll leave things parked here. A lot of straw to bale, there's a lot of other things still to take care of here, but for now, pretty happy with the start we've made here. Got a decent way through things, so leave that there turned off. We're going to jump off the server and hopefully catch you again soon. Well, would you believe it? It's a couple of days later and I came in to finish our harvest and the farming fairies have been in and done all this work for us. Field finished and all the straw has been baled. So huge thank you to Tam who's spent a lot of time in here and got all this sorted out for us. Huge amount of bales too. I can't remember how many exactly he said, but these are what, 7,500 litres. If we take a look at time saving stock check, we've got 712,000 litres out here in the field. So there's almost 100 bales. I mean, 90, must be 95 or so, 96 bales. Massive amount of straw sitting out there. So that's pretty awesome. And actually, while we're in time-saving stock check, we did get 127,000 litres of oats off the field as well. So it's not a bad little showing. That'll, what, if we can get 80 grand for it, that's pretty impressive. And the straw, well, we're not going to sell much of it, but the straw doesn't have a huge amount of value. But certainly, those oats there at 80 grand is a nice little bit of income. So, well, we don't have a huge amount to do, except we have got some silage bales sitting over in the field, which we're going to go over. I think Tam or Tate started loading those up to bring them back over to the farm, so we're going to go and carry on doing that. Then I'm actually going to shoot down to the store. We've got a couple of little things. We've got some money. It's not quite burning a hole in our pocket, but there's a few things I want to go buy. So we're going to go for a little bit of a drive down to the store, go get some new bits of equipment. And there we go. We've got, we've got a partly loaded trailer sitting over here, so we're just going to try and load the rest of this up, and then we're going to go for our little drive down to the store. I'm going to take this tractor down because I want to pick up a pallet fork for the front loader there, although I suppose we could actually take it down and put it on. No, we'll definitely do that. Take this down and grab the pallet fork. The other tractor's a bit faster, so I was just contemplating doing it with that, but I think this is actually going to be the best one, because we can't take the trailer down, so it's going to have to be this one. Right, let's get these loaded up, get a load put on here, and then we'll go and get them unloaded. Well, there we go. That is a full load. What have we got left there? 2, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 bales left. So we've got 20 on here. Wouldn't have quite fitted them in one load if we'd stacked them 3 high, which I did contemplate, but we chose not to. I'm just going to take a little bit easy. I'm not sure if there's any straps around some of those. Certainly, I've definitely done the strapping, but let's just quickly unstrap and restrap it. There we go. Might have been a visual glitch there that you couldn't quite see them all. But we're going to run this load over to the farm and go and get them unloaded. We're going to put these ones actually out in the outdoor storage where the straw's been on the outside of the building, just to keep it separated from the grass silage, which is on the other side. We are going to have to go through and use all the grass silage up before we use the whole crop silage up, because we're going to have to change our mixing regime that we're using with the feed mixer. But let's get on down, go and get this one unloaded, and then we're going to come back over, get that last load done, and then we'll head on down to the shop and go pick a few things up. There we go, last of the bales all loaded up over here. If I was a bit smarter I probably could have got the tractor on the back of the trailer as well, but we've only stacked them single layer, so we'll make do with that. We'll head back down and get this unloaded and we'll come back and grab the other tractor. But here we go, that's everything cleared out of that field, which is nice. We're not too far away actually from probably mowing it again, so at the same time we'll be able to get in and mow around the outside of the adjoining field where we've put that grass in around the headlands. So we'll see how that goes. It's quite a little interesting experiment actually, having the grass around the outside of the fields. Makes the field easy to harvest, of course, a bit more manoeuvrability, a bit more space. An interesting test to see comparatively what earned the most money. So back over here you can see the silage bales all stacked up outside. We just drive through, trigger, and there we go, they'll all unload and get stacked up. Now we're just going to head on over here because, like I said, our next job is going to be to load all of those lettuce up here on the back of the trailer. Now, you remember last time we did that, that was a bit of a hassle trying to use the front loader with the silage, with the bale forks. So we're going to head on down, go and pick up some pallet forks and see if we can have a little bit more success with those. We've still got more. I think I've only spawned out, what have we got, 2, 4, 6, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So I've only spawned out 6,000 litres, so there'll be another 6,000 plus 7,500 litres in there. So we're certainly going to be able to create a few more pallets too. So go and grab the other tractor, head on down to the store and go and pick some things up. Well, here we are down at the dealer. So we're going to go in and buy a couple of new things for the farm. Let's jump in. So first things first, we are going to head down here to front loaders. In fact, we're going to go to the front loader tools right here and have a look at our options for some pallet forks. We've got the all but pallet forks here, $1,700. Keep scrolling, we should have the CSZ pack. Now I'm hoping they have a longer fork option here in the pallet forks. We get to the CSZ, so we've got the single fork carriage free and the single fork carriage. So the carriage free I think is when they tip. Look here, fork for smarts, no, we don't have those. Double fork carriage, no. No, it doesn't seem like we do. So we might just jump back into here. Single fork carriage with grabber. So many options. I think actually the grabber wouldn't be a bad bet for what we're stacking, would it? Well, look at this. Front loader attacher. It could actually work pretty well. Let's just see. Front loader, telehandler, wheel loader, front loader. You reckon we give that a shot? I've never actually used it before. I'm going to give that a shot. Let's see. We're going to buy that $1,500. Okay, that's the smallest of our two purchases. Second one, we're going to go into here and we're going to buy ourselves an Anderson bale loading trailer. We've been making do with loading all our bales manually for such a long time, and well, it's a pretty laborious task and can take quite some time and be quite difficult, particularly with the server lag and things like that being on a multiplayer server. So we're going to treat ourselves while we've got the money and go and pick that up. So that's able to take 24 bales, so more than what we can normally fit on the trailer. I think we're 20 on the trailer with the 2 layers. So more bales, and we don't have to grapple with the front loader or anything like that. So there we go. 2 things purchased. Let's go get them all hooked up to the tractor and head on back down to the farm. So we'll get that hooked up there to the hitch, get the hoses put in, and that should be us good to go. And we'll just take a look here. So there's the pallet fork that we've gone and got with the carriage on top, or the whatever they call it, grapple on top. We just jump in here, I'll show you how it works. Basically we're able to extend that up to quite a lot of height. It's actually quite a big grab. So we probably stack 2 of the lettuce pallets on top of each other would be about that height, but we could probably grab 2 and go another 2 high and sort of grab them each time, and just know that we're going to have them held in place and probably make it a bit easier to stack on the trailer. That's what I'm hoping for anyhow, so only one way to find out, and then it's to get back and give it a shot. So everything's all hooked up, we're all good to go. We'll see you back down at the farm. Well, that's us back here at the yard now. I'm going to go and park this up out in the field for when it is going to be used. That's where it's going to be of most use first. So let's get this out here, get it all disconnected, unhooked. Let's leave it here for when we get some loading. I don't actually know if I will get around having time to do some loading tonight or not. We'll just have to wait and see where things end up. But get that unhooked. There we go. Now we're going to go and find the weight, put that on the back, and we're going to go and see about getting all this lettuce loaded up. Make use of this brand new pallet fork that we have on the front. Alright, here we are. Let's have a look and see how this is going to work. Let's see if we can just get this put nice and tightly in there in the pallet. Figure out if we can get that grabbed in the right spot. No, we can't. What a great start. Well, we're off to a fantastic start, and this pallet is completely stuck. I've tried everything possible. We've disconnected the grab, reconnected it, we've extended everything out, we've opened it all out. I've tried super strength to grab it. There's absolutely nothing I can do right at this minute to be able to get this pallet dislodged. It's pretty much done my head in. So what we might do, we might try logging out of the server, see if that does anything to help it. Even better, so I'm actually going to log out of the server and leave it sitting like that. Look at this. Little things like this in a game that is as old as it is just frustrate me. These are the things that make this game hard to play. There's not many things, but this is certainly one of them. Well, as you can see, the server restart didn't do anything with it either, so I'm kind of a little bit stumped as to what to do with this pallet. I think we're going to give it, we're just going to leave it there. Going to see what happens. Turn the tractor off and leave that sitting there. But it is literally beyond frustrating. I've had troubles with pallets before, but never like this. Could be the CSZ grapple, be something like that. In fact, let's just double check something. I know that these sometimes had a collision option where you could turn the collision, disable the collision of the forks. Let's see if that's going to fix it. No. Didn't do it either. Not changing anything doing that. Oh well. Worth a try. Well, we did it. A bit of brute strength and whacking against the trailer. I don't know if they're going to be the best lettuces, but I'm sure we can still sell them. Right, let's have another go. See if we can actually get this loaded up. Another chance here. Let's see if we can get this one lined up just a little bit better. Oh, so good. There we go, that's two picked up in one go. See if we can get another two picked up and see if we can get this grapple to work. Right, that's those ones on top. Didn't end up quite the way I wanted it to. Seems that this is just not going to plan. Let's put that down on top of there. That will go and hold it on. Right, that's going to hold it on. Go for one more. I feel like going for one more and just seeing how it all works. Not sure it's the best choice though. I think the forklift is definitely an easier option. Can we lift all of those? Well, we can. Only just though, I'm surprised actually at the weight. In fact, we're not even going to be able to pick that up because of the weight. Oh, there we go. Lesson learnt. 6 lettuce boxes is beyond the maximum we can do. This loader. Well, we got them all loaded up finally. It's not the prettiest load, but it wasn't actually too bad. Once I got the hang of using that grapple pallet fork, it actually worked okay. I wouldn't say it was perfect, but it was definitely okay. Let's just see how much that hooked up. There we go. Brake cable on. Right, let's go for a drive. We're going to go and get this sold, see how much money we get, and then we're going to come back. We're going to feed the animals very quickly, and then I think we might just about be done for the day. These are getting sold down here at the restaurant. Now it's quite a top-heavy load actually, very unstable on the trailer. Take it very easily going around the corner. I'm pretty sure from memory, where we sold last time, we head along the front here. Get out of this, there we go. See everything's starting to get sold. Back ourselves up, back into the sell point. There we go. Slowly and surely unloading everything off the back there. So let's keep an eye out. We've already got $1,200. Let's see what we end up with total. Well, there's another 14,000 plus the 1,200. So what's that? Just over $15,000. That's not bad. Take that for those lettuces. Right. Place for a bit of the bale trailer we just picked up, doesn't it? Right. Let's head on back down. We are going to get hooked up to the feed mixer. We're going to very quickly feed some animals. Wrap things up for today. It's back to feed mixing. Now, our magic mixture, 1 straw, 1 hay, and a little bit of... Back to feed mixing, our magic mix, 1 silage, 1 hay, and a little bit of straw. We don't quite fill the mixer up. We could if we wanted to, but it's much easier just doing a whole couple of whole bales and then 1 part bale. We just get those ones dumped in there. And we can put the straw bale up. We just kind of have to, as we're filling this one up, keep an eye on how much of it's being used. So, see in the bottom corner, 7,500 litres in here, so we want to get that down to about 3,750, which is halfway. Lower that in, it is going down, so just keep an eye on that. You can see it's turned into our TMR mix, and about now, lift it out, 35.57, that's alright. Going to have a look here at the mixer, 15,443 litres, a young stock mix, so could have put about 5% more straw in, but that works pretty well. Make a decent mix up, and we'll do that, rinse and repeat 3 of these, and the pasture's pretty much full, the pen is pretty much full. So we'll get this done, do a couple more mixes, get some straw put in there as well for the bedding, and then we'll be all finished. Well, there we go, that is them all fed and full of straw. We'll just take a look and double check how far away we got from filling those troughs. I think we must be just about there. There you go, only about 1,500 litres short, so there's no point putting any more in there. Water's good, straw's good, and then obviously the slurry. That's a time-wasting productions problem. They come and pick that up and take it away from us. So we're all good to go. Now, we do have these Angus which have hit the 24 months. They are ready to sell, so there's another $56,000 there that we will be earning very soon. Once we get rid of those, another 6 months we'll have those ones. So as you can see, pretty much sitting pretty in our 6-month cycle there with the animals. So I think that the animals happy, everything all good to go. We're going to have some happy workers when they come back on, because they're going to find that trailer out there to be able to load up the straw and get it put into the shed here or into the storage area. I'm not sure exactly where it's going to go because we're getting pretty close. Capacity, if we're going to have a look at the 2, this shed's definitely getting a little bit emptier. It's got space, well, it's only half full, 123 of 250, so it's got space for a lot more. Squeeze through here. Actually, this one does. Visually, this looks full, but it's actually got quite a lot more space. So, yeah, we'll be able to fill that up quite a way with some straw. So, there we go. That's us done. Another episode finished here on the oaks at Argsy Farms. So, as always, I hope you've enjoyed that. Thank you all very much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.